Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gumansing. In our top story, one of Louis Hospital officials were in meetings this afternoon with local agencies collaborating on a plan of action to get the hospital into full operation. A code yellow is in effect at the St. Croix Hospital and some staff members were sent home early today. Stephanie Brown reports.
The 1F Louis Hospital informed its staff for the need to prepare for an emergency when they activated a code yellow status. Hospital administrators released statements informing that the facility's drainage system was compromised by midday of yesterday. Today, business, cashier, and medical records offices were closed early.
A fall order is strong and prevalent on the hospital grounds, and earlier today the Virgin Islands Waste Management Authority was on site assessing the situation.
The areas affected by the compromised sewage lines include the restrooms in the emergency department and areas adjacent to the emergency department. According to information provided, the 1F Louis Emergency Response Team is in operation and collaborating with other local agencies to diagnose the problem and develop a plan of action. Today, visiting hours have been limited to minimize traffic coming in and out of the hospital, and reportedly non-essential employees will be granted administrative leave to help limit the demands on the sewage system. For News 2, I'm Stephanie Shalana Brown.
Now, just before news time, some information was released informing that the hospital may have pipage issues. However, the hospital informs that at no time any patient's safety were compromised. Count on two to keep you updated. Lieutenant Governor Osbert Potter, who also serves as Commissioner of Insurance, departed the territory on Monday to attend the National Association of Insurance Commissioners conference in Washington, D.C. The conference will host insurance regulators from the 50 states, the District of Columbia, and the 5 U.S. territories. Through the NAIC, state insurance regulators establish standards and best practices. They conduct peer review, and they also do more in accordance with the revised Organic Act. Senate President Myron Jackson will serve as the acting Lieutenant Governor. Lieutenant Governor Potter will return to the territory on May 10th. Well, Dr. William Coles, a biologist in St. Croix, captured, believe it or not, a 7-foot red-tailed boa this past weekend. Previously, Dr. Coles had given News 2 a first-hand experience into his work capturing red-tailed boas. Dr. Coles informed that the red-tailed boas were not indigenous to the Virgin Islands and their presence in the territory could harm our ecosystem. Red-tailed boas eat mostly birds and their eggs, lizards and rodents and mongoose on the island. They do not pose a threat to these reptiles. In fact, mongoose on the island are not familiar with these snakes and basically avoid them. Red-tailed boas are not a direct threat to humans, but they will bite if they feel threatened. But their bites are not venomous. The red-tailed boas have been mainly sighted in the West End and the Salt River area on St. Croix. Police say Kefira Peterson, 35, of Windberg, who was arrested on Friday, made her initial court appearance Monday morning to be advised of her rights on 5 charges: 2 counts of third-degree assault, illegal possession of a firearm, illegal possession of ammunition, and disturbance of the peace. A taxi driver who was operating out of the Red Hook area picked up Peterson to take her home to Windberg. Peterson got into the front passenger seat of the taxi and then began yelling and cursing profanities at the taxi driver. The taxi driver told her to calm down, but she refused, according to reports. Peterson took a firearm from her handbag, pointed it at the taxi driver's head, and then pistol whipped him on the side of the head. The taxi driver managed to wrest the firearm away from Peterson while he held her in a headlock. Peterson got out of the car, walked away into the parking lot of Ace Hardware in Smith Bay and into the bush, where police later found her. Police took Peterson to the Mariel Newton Command, the holding cell, and read her the constitutional rights. She then began spitting at officers, banging her head against the wall, and aggressively kicking the hospital security staff, and also refused any medical attention. Peterson is scheduled to return to court on May 18th for her arraignment hearing, at which she will be formally answering to the charges. Police say on Monday, May 1st, 64-year-old Mr. James Leland Johnston was arrested. Here's more from VIPD.
On Monday, May 1st, 64-year-old Mr. James Leland Johnston Jr. was arrested pursuant to an arrest warrant issued by a magistrate judge of the Superior Court of the Virgin Islands for unlawful sexual contact in the first degree. The victim reported that the incident took place on March 25th, 2017. His bail was set at $100,000. Unable to post bail, he was remanded to the Golden Grove Detention Center. Mr. Johnson Jr. allegedly was having unlawful sexual contact with the student while teaching the student the guitar.
Time for our Crime Stoppers report. Police say on November 24th, 2014, at approximately 10:16 p.m., police units from the Anselmo Marshall Command Police Station were dispatched to a discharging of shots near the vicinity of the Estate Humbug Pump Station. While officers were canvassing the area, they found an unresponsive black male lying on the ground. That individual was later identified as 24-year-old Trevor Adrian Pamphile. Police helped the Virgin Islands Police Department Major Crimes Unit in bringing closure to Trevor's family. The persons responsible for this heinous crime are still walking among us in the community. Because justice delayed is justice denied. Please contact Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS or at www.crimestoppersvi.org or www.p3tips.com. Remember, Crime Stoppers pays up to $2,500 for information leading to an arrest, seizure of drugs or weapons, and recovery of stolen property. The month of May presents an opportunity to raise public awareness about mental wellness. Since 1949, May has been recognized as Mental Health Month. Well, this year's theme coincides with the 2017 Mental Health America's annual conference that includes the campaign Risky Business. The message aims to educate the public on habits and behaviors that increase the risk of developing mental illness or signs of mental health problems. Nationally, 43.8 million adults experience illnesses in any given year, and 1 in 5 children ages 13 to 18 experience mental illness. Nearly 10 million adults in America live with a serious illness. Now, a variety of activities and events are also being recognized right here in the territory throughout the month. Be sure to count on 2. We will keep you updated. We'll turn into Washington. On Capitol Hill, arms are being twisted, phone calls are being made. The White House and GOP leadership desperate to make Obamacare replacement happen this time around. President Trump says it's time, but does he have the votes? Well, Kirsten Holmes is in Washington with the latest on where the plan stands as of right now.
And how's health care coming, folks? How's it doing? All right, we're moving along. I think it's time now, right?
The White House ratcheting up pressure on House Republicans to vote on the Obamacare replacement bill before Congress goes on recess Friday. Vice President Pence spending the last 2 days on Capitol Hill helping GOP leadership scramble for votes to reach the magic number needed to pass 216.
We're making very good progress with our members, and our president has been instrumental in that.
One senior White House official saying the administration is hoping for a Thursday vote. The numbers show the new bill is on life support. Looking less and less likely there will be a vote at all.
No, I don't think it's as good as it needs to be to get there. The bill in its current form is problematic for a few reasons.
One of the key sticking points sparking party infighting between moderates and conservatives, how patients with pre-existing conditions would be covered. A new amendment to the bill allows states to opt out of coverage for those patients. President Trump raising more questions when suggesting in an interview that the bill isn't in its final form yet.
Thank you.
Despite the chaos surrounding this crucial piece of legislation promised by Republicans for years, the president says the bill will be great.
It's been getting better and better and better. And somebody was saying, oh, the people that voted for Trump aren't getting good. They're going to get the greatest. These are the greatest people. We're either going to have a great plan or I'm not signing it.
Well, keeping our eye on the economy, let's take a look at the stock market watch at the New York Stock Exchange. According to the numbers, we can see the Dow up 36, NASDAQ 3, S&P 500 up at 2. Coming up on News 2, Carnival winners are in. Did your favorite make it to the top of that list? We have all the winners coming up next. Well, let's take a look at the carnival winners. They have been announced, and here we go. The 2017 Road March results. This year's Road March winner is the Spectrum Band with their song entitled My Life. First place went to Hugo Hodge, the song titled Bambale, and second place went to BDJ and DJ ADC song titled Truck Yo. Well, the released earlier today with the results, and the Children Parade results are as follows. Majorettes Division winner St. Thomas Majorettes. First runner-up were the Charming Twirlers, troops with over 100 participants. Winner, Department of Education. Troops 50 to 100 participants. Winner was the Caribbean Ritual Dancers. First place, Just a Little Catholic School. Second place, Ultimate Dance. For the Adults Parade, here are the results. Majorettes under 100 participants. Winner, Sebastian Majorettes. Band alumni, first runner-up, Charming Twirlers. Second runner-up to Bastion Majorettes. Troops over 100 participants. Winner, Intrigue Carnival Troupe. First runner-up, Gypsies Carnival Troupe. Second runner-up, Real Mass and Gems. Troop under 50 participants. Top place is Water Party Carnival Troupe. First place, Jesters Carnival Troupe. Second place, Eagles Carnival. Floops under 100 participants. The winner was the Filipino community and the VI Recruits. First runner-up, Elsco and Associates. Second runner-up, VI Lottery 80th. Floats under 100 participants. We have the winner, Gypsies. First runner-up, VI Bridal. Second runner-up, World First Carnival. Traditional winner was Shaka Zulu. First runner-up, Wild Clowns. Well, we saw a lot of quail bay during the carnival, and there has been a re-emergence of cultural dance in the territory. Officially, quadrille is the national dance of the territory, but for a while the dance style was not being performed very much, and a mass amount of students were not being taught the calling and steps of the dance. However, one dance troupe has set out to make sure that students, as well as residents in the territory, are familiar with the dance style that they themselves enjoy performing. Here's more from Stephanie Brown.
Many Caribbean islands perform quadrille. Each island's colonial history mixed with African traditions have created variations of the dance. The dance originated in France and was brought to the Caribbean by plantation overseers and owners. However, the dance was adopted by enslaved Africans and mixed up in a sort of a callaloo, which has evolved to the dance we see today.
They've like so many different styles throughout the islands, but they all wear madras. And one of the other similarities is the amount of couples. For instance, when we do the Lancers, we have 4 couples, and some of their styles use 4 couples also.
There are several well-recognized quadrille groups in the territory, and one quadrille member spoke about his group's purpose.
And our purpose is really to try to make sure that we continue our culture, because as we move on throughout the years, the quadrille dance and the quadrille music was kind of fading out.
As the Virgin Island observes its centennial throughout this year, residents are reflecting on their cultural identity.
Culture is a part of me. I've been dancing, especially with the quadrille. I've been dancing quadrille since I was the age of 5.
Being a part of VIYA Cultural Dancers has been really kind of a highlight for me. Being a part of showcasing the culture and preserving the culture is very important to me.
And in 2004, legislation of Quelbe music, which traditionally accompanies quadrille, was passed as a bill, making the music genre the official music of the Virgin Islands. The VIYA dancers also have an official song which was composed by fellow member and popular local musician Toby D.
Head and foot we gon' sashay, retire when we touche. It's quadrille we dance today, so tell them we there.
For News 2, I'm Stephanie Shalana Brown.
The VIYA Dancers encourages residents to join their group. They are currently working within the public school system, teaching students the traditional dance form. Well, Governor Kenneth Mapp has proclaimed May as Foster Care Month in the USVI, and in the weeks ahead, the administration will increase efforts to reach out to potential foster parents and others able to volunteer their time and talents. Governor Mapp said we need more people to get involved in supporting the well-being of the children in foster care, not just foster parents, but tutors, mentors, coaches, anyone who can spare a few hours to truly invest in our future. Nearly everyone has something of of value, he says, to offer these children. There are more than 150 young people in the territory's foster care program, and they need greater community support, he says. For example, the Department of Human Services highlights the need for temporary caregivers to fill in for a few days when foster parents are ill or must travel. All young people in foster care need a meaningful connection to a caring adult who becomes a supportive and lasting presence in their lives, Governor Mapp wrote in the Foster Care Month proclamation. Foster families are unsung heroes that serve as the primary source of love, protection, and support to abused and neglected children of the United States Virgin Islands. Well, Arthur Richards Junior High School, the school inducted 14 of its scholars, its top scholars, into the National Junior Honor Society, and that was on Friday, April 21st, during a ceremony held in the school's auditorium. The formal event welcomes the top students who exemplify the society's 5 core principles: scholarship, leadership, service, character, and citizenship. Following Mr. Dennis's address, the induction began with the ceremonial lighting of the candles for each of the 5 NJHS principles. Once all candles were lit, the chapter advisor led the recitation of the pledge, which formally named the students members of the Carlos Rodriguez chapter of the National Junior Honor Society. Each student received a lapel pin and certificate of membership. Arthur Richards principal Kent Moorhead, he congratulated the students and their parents on a job well done and encouraged them to uphold the principles of NJHS even as they move on to high school and college. The Arthur Richards 2017 Carlos Rodriguez NJHS inductees are Ariana Angol, Naya Ashley, Janaya Charles, Kaisha Cumberbatch, Jermaine Gurley Hobson, Omega Harris, Amarjan Joseph DeCambra, Safia Marin, Ardija Milligan, Christina Nieves, Monisha Neolin, and Melanie Rodriguez, Jaden Ventura, and Andre Watley. We want to congratulate all the students. Well, VIYA's Chief Executive Officer, Alvaro Pilar, is proud to present VIYA scholarships for graduating high school seniors in the territory. Pilar stated, VIYA is committed to investing in the community's futures by supporting students who are studying telecommunications, engineering, and other disciplines that will bolster technological advancements in the Virgin Islands and the region. VIYA scholarships will be awarded to 2 Virgin Islands high school seniors, 1 in each district, who have already been accepted to a college or a university to pursue a degree in one of the following areas: science, technology, engineering, mathematics, business administration, accounting, or related fields. The winning student in each district will be awarded a one-time $10,000 scholarship to be used for tuition only. Applications are available at the security desks at the VIYA Customer Experience Centers in Estate Diamond on St. Croix, Tutu Park on St. Thomas, and the Marketplace on St. John. Applications are also available from guidance counselors at all Virgin Islands high schools. Further, students can also obtain applications by downloading the requisite forms on VIYA's website, which is listed right there. Sterling Optical is a national franchise providing professional eye exams from licensed optometrists from 100 years. Now today, one of the local branches located in Golden Rock and St. Croix, they reopened its doors with a huge ribbon-cutting ceremony. Joel Mahipath, the CEO of Sterling Optical, Senator Neville James, and Governor Mapp, they spoke about the importance of local enterprise in the territory. Here's more.
Thank you for your support of Virgin Islands seniors over the last 20 years. I want to acknowledge your wisdom in working with not one, but 2 members of the legislature, Senator Delbert Bryan and Senator Lucy Richards, in modernizing the regulatory statutes that deal with eye care in the territory that broke some serious monopolies and allowed the door to open. I want to congratulate you on putting money back into the community.
We understand that job creation, growth, and expansion is absolutely critical. But what's even more important is sustainability. We don't want businesses to just open for the sake of opening and then they don't have the ability long-term to remain open so that everybody could benefit from it, not just the government from the purposes of collecting taxes, but providing jobs for families, providing opportunities for our children to actually get part-time and summer jobs that businesses like Sterling Optical. So it's very, very.
And congratulations to them. Well, the Virgin Islands Department of Education, St. Thomas St. John District will be holding its annual STEAM Week. That's Tuesday, May 16th to Friday, May 19th, beginning at 8:30 a.m. and daily at the UVI Sports and Fitness Center in St. Thomas. This year's theme is Pushing the Threshold and will feature a wide selection of science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics projects from public, private, and parochial schools across the district. On Friday, May 19th, STEAM Day attendees will enjoy a host of interactive educational activities and displays created by the students and local vendors. All activities are free and open to the public. Here is a schedule of events. Technology from kindergarten to 12th grade on Tuesday, May 16th. Science and math, kindergarten to 6th grades. Wednesday, May 17th. Science and math, 7th to 12th grades. Thursday, May 18th. STEAM Day, 4th to 8th grades. And then Friday, May 19th. Turning our attention to some Caribbean news there. Hundreds of workers dressed in red, they took to the streets this past Monday to celebrate the annual Labor Day March. Here's more from St. Kitts Nevis.
Hundreds of workers adorned in red garments took to the streets of Bastille on Monday to participate in the annual Labor Day March. As is the custom, the march was preceded by the laying of wreaths on the graves of fallen stalwarts of the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party and the St. Kitts Nevis Trades and Labour Union. Taking the usual route, the crowd made its way from the Patsy Allers playing field, traveled east onto George Street and north onto Sundown Road before making its way back to the Patsy Allers playing field by Keon Street. Persons were seen waving placards, flags and rags to the musical entertainment by Real Right Entertainment and the New Vibes Band International. Messages of the SKNLP's accomplishments and its promises to the people of the nation were preached throughout the parade by candidates of the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party. The women's group of the People's Action Movement, PAM, held its annual breakfast and social on Monday as part of the Federation's Labor Day celebrations. Chairperson of the East Bastille PAM Association, Cheryl Nisbet, in speaking with ZIZ News, said the all-day event has been a success with over 400 patrons attending the breakfast. In its 30th year, the event was attended by a wide cross-section of the community, including ministers of government, board representatives, and workers and patrons of all 8 constituencies. The breakfast, which began early Monday morning, led to lunch and dinner and incorporated social activities with entertainment from a live band. Nisbet said the annual PAM breakfast and social event is the main fundraiser for the People's Action Movement.
We'll turn our attention back here at home. Here is something to mark on your calendar. What better way to learn more about the company? Please be sure to join VIYA for the next Chamber Business After Hours, and you can tour VIYA's amazing new Customer Experience Center and hear about the products and services from the new communications and entertainment company in the Virgin Islands. You can enjoy some complimentary hors d'oeuvres from fine local chefs, enjoy the famous Chamber Bar and Raffle, and learn a little bit more about VIYA's Customer Experience Center. That's at Tutu Park, formerly Innovative Business Office, Thursday, May 11th from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30. It's a great way to mix and mingle and network a little bit. Be sure to stick around. Your News2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.
Well, it was a pretty nice day for us. A bit cloudy, maybe a little bit cloudier than we're used to for this time of year, but nice and warm and not much as far as precipitation. We do see some to the north of us, and that is causing some wet conditions in places like Puerto Rico and other islands to the north. But for us, we're just going to have a couple of stray showers throughout the week. So for tonight, 75 degrees for our overnight low, a shower or two. And tomorrow in St. John, 85 degrees degrees with a shower or two. These are just quick, brief showers blowing through the area. St. Thomas, 85 degrees, and in St. Croix, 85, with just a few showers as well. We do have a small craft exercise caution advisory out there. Waves are 3 to 5 feet, winds out of the east from 10 to 15 knots on the Atlantic side. In the Caribbean, we still have that caution advisory for you. Waves 4 to 6 feet, winds out of the east from 10 to 15 knots. Looking at the 5-day forecast, well, just a few showers throughout the week. Temperatures are going to remain nice and warm, though, 85 degrees. Friday, a shower or two. By the weekend, it starts to dry out a bit. We'll see less frequent showers, and it will become a bit nicer. Saturday, a shower in spots, and on Sunday, just a shower in spots with temperatures at 85 degrees. Sandy, back to you.
Thanks for that. Let's take a look there at a News 2 weather picture by Zion Delowy of Ricardo Richards Elementary School, showing some windy conditions there, but nice on the sea and nice clouds. There's Zion, overall good weather condition. Thank you for your picture. Send us your weather picture to the address on the screen. Be sure to include the information we need, which is school, age, name, and a little description of your work of art, and then tune in to see it right here on News 2. That is all for this edition. We'd like to thank you for joining us for all the latest. I'm Sandra Guman saying have a wonderful evening.